What up, world? It's your boy Vic XL. This is Riding Dirty News and Reviews. Let's talk about it. All right, now, a lot of you guys might be familiar with this story. You might not be. All right, in 2012, 2013, there was a Chicago rapper who was on YouTube, and you might have seen these videos. They got a lot of views. But there was a Chicago rapper on YouTube, and he was making videos basically throwing money to his fans. Okay, allegedly this was money that he inherited from the death of his mother. Well, you know what? In a turn of events, in what I call karma, or let's call it fate, rapper Kwame Wilson, aka Young QC, now 30 years old, has been convicted and will receive 99 years in prison for the 2012 murder for hire killing of his mother. That's right. Young QC, Chicago rapper, Young QC, aka or BKA, known as Kwame Wilson, who is now 30 years old, that very money that he was giving away to his fans, that he was riding around, making it rain, that is money that he stole from his mother's account after he hired someone to kill her. That's right. 2 weeks ago, actually February the 3rd, Kwame Wilson received 99 years in prison for the murder for hire of his mother. But also convicted was the gunman, Eugene Spencer, who received 100 years. That's right. He received one more year than Young QC because he was the alleged, well, not even the alleged killer, the convicted killer. All right. Now, both men were convicted last March on first-degree murder, attempting murder, and home invasion in the killing of Yolanda Holmes, hairdresser, and she is also the mother of Kwame Wilson. Okay, now, this is the word that came out in court, and as well as from the people on the street and the people that testified in this case. All right, Yolanda Holmes was a very high-profile hairstylist and owned her own business in Chicago. She had a lot of high-profile clients, and she had definitely been in business for years, definitely serving the community and doing her thing. She had one son, okay, one child, and that child was Young QC, aka Kwame Wilson. All right, now, from what everyone has said, that she was an awesome mother. I mean, she was the type of mother that completely spoiled him. She spoiled her only son, whether it was clothes, jewelry, trips. I mean, even, you know, this happened 7 years ago, so he was 23 years old when this actually transpired. She even bought him a nice Mustang. But you know what? They say spare the rod, spare the child. Well, I guess in sparing the rod, Young QC wanted more. Okay? The things that his mother provided for him, he wanted more. And it came out in court that he never really fully had a job. He was obsessed with becoming a star when it came to his music. And if you also go to his YouTube page, he had a web series on there called The Nick Story. He even done a violent webisode pretty much about his own life. But he definitely was possessed with being a star. So all the things that his mother gave him in trying to rear him the right way and provide him with all the things she felt like he needed, that wasn't enough for him. No, Young QC wanted more, okay? Young QC wanted so much more and wasn't being given enough by his mother in a fast enough time that he decided to have his mother killed. And what he did was he sent Eugene Spencer to his mother's apartment to kill her in 2012. All right, now, when he went to the apartment to kill her, I guess a male friend of hers answered the door. That gentleman was shot in trying to protect Miss Holmes. He was shot. He didn't die. He was able to testify in the case. He was definitely wounded in the attack. Spencer not only shot her, if that wasn't enough, he went home. He made a phone call to Mr. Wilson, and Wilson told him, make sure that bitch is dead. So Spencer went back and stabbed Holmes. That's right. He went back and stabbed Holmes. So not only did he try to kill her, but he went back to finish the job. Now, number one, what kind of heart does Spencer has? Number two, what kind of heart does Young QC have to even send somebody back to finish off the job on his mother. Now, the term that was used in court and that he was eventually convicted of is called matricide. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with that term, but matricide means the murder of one's mother. All right, so he committed matricide in this murder for hire case. Now, the reason he done this because he was alleged to inherit over $40,000, which doesn't seem like a lot of money to me. It was an insurance policy for $40,000+, and in months after the death, he also withdrew over $90,000 out of bank accounts and different type of investments she had. So there was a life insurance policy he wanted to cash in on, and he also withdrew over $90,000 in a matter of months after her death. And that money was used to buy clothes, actually fix up the very Mustang that his mother bought him. He actually put butterfly doors on the thing, okay? He was so arrogant that he put butterfly doors on the Mustang that his mother provided him with. Man, you know what? I got to say, man, this generation of kids, don't spare the rod. All I can do is tell you, parents, don't spare the rod. Now, in withdrawing over $90,000, he made several videos of himself giving out the money to his so-called fans. So he spent the money, he used the money, spent it on clothes, spent it on jewelry, put some butterfly doors on his Mustang, and gave it away to his so-called fans. Well, you know what? I'm happy to say, and I'm happy to report that he won't be doing it no more because, yes, he did receive 99 years in jail, and Eugene Spencer received 100 years in jail. He got one more year because he actually did the act of killing Miss Holmes. All right, now, this is the crazy thing to show you how people are crazed and have no compassion. When asked did he have any remorse or have any last words to say as his verdict was handed down, Cormaine Wilson, a.k.a. Young QC, said, "No one loved my mother more than me. She was all I had." QC, you ain't got nothing now but a bunk buddy named Bubba. All right? And, you know, I don't wish anything ill on anyone, but I hope you receive instant karma because you obviously had a mother who loved you, who wanted you to prosper, who wanted you to be the best individual you possibly can. And it just wasn't fast enough for you that you decided to hire one of your punk-ass homeboys to take her life. Young QC, there's not enough that you're going to get that's coming to you. All right? And you're not going to get it fast enough, in my opinion. Matricide. All you mothers out there, be careful when spoiling your children. All right? Don't spare the rod. Do not spare the rod because it might be the one thing that saved your very own life. And Young QC, I hope nothing comes of you. All right, rest in peace to Miss Yolanda Holmes, and hope we never see you again to Mr. Young QC and Eugene Spencer. This is your boy Vic XL, Riding Dirty News and Reviews. Let's talk about it.